Thank you for joining me for another online yoga practice. On the 8th of May, we celebrate the new moon in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign represented by the bull. As with any earth sign, it's a good chance to connect to nature, to connect to grounding, and to connect to stability. The bull represents the reliable and practical, hard-working elements in ourselves. And so connecting that to the earth is a wonderful time to bring in abundance and prosperity into our lives. Our yoga practice is going to focus on creating stability and balancing out the lower 3 chakras. If you wanted to bring along any complementary crystals, Malachite, Aventurine, or rose quartz are fantastic for bringing in that abundance and grounding energy. If you wanted to bring along any complementary aromatherapy oils, Sandalwood, Patchouli, and Rosemary are fantastic for this time. As with any yoga practice, please take the opportunity to reflect upon your intentions for the new moon. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Have a wonderful new moon.
Okay guys, welcome. So we're going to start today in a seated position, and we're just going to take a quick moment to connect to the breath, to connect to the intention of our practice today. So you can just sit with your legs crossed comfortably and just gently allowing the eyes to close. So as we transition through any new moon or any stages through the lunar cycle, it can be a really nice intention to connect a little bit deeper with the feminine energy. So it's enhanced with the lunar energy, this connection to our intuition. And as we transition through towards the end of the season of Taurus, it's a really nice opportunity to connect deeper to the intention of stability and finding that motivation and dedication. So just finding yourself an intention for today's practice. And remember that my ideals are here just as a rough guide if they serve you, but always listen intuitively to that own inner guidance system that you own. And when you're ready, we're just going to blink the eyes open, and we're going to start today with our seated warm-up. So just tenting the fingers on either side of the pelvis. We're just going to release the right ear down towards the right shoulder. And if you feel comfortable here, just closing off the eyes, noticing how you feel intuitively through the muscles of the neck, the shoulders. And maybe it feels nice to bring the palm of the right hand to the crown of the head. Or you can even walk those left fingertips slightly further to the left, or even pulse the palm of the left hand down gently as you notice this connection through the shoulders, through the neck. And then releasing the right palm down, bring your chin towards your chest. And then maybe the left ear over towards the left shoulder. And again, just stay here, noticing how you're feeling through the right side of the throat, how you're feeling through the shoulders, the upper back. And maybe if you want to add on a little bit, bringing the palm of the left hand towards the crown of the head. And we're not pulling ourselves down here, it's just a little bit of added resistance to ensure we get a nice juicy stretch through the right side of the throat. You can even play around with the positioning of the right fingertips, bringing in a little bit of dynamic movement as we notice the connection through the body and the breath. And then when you're ready, releasing the left palm down, bring your chin towards your chest, right ear to right shoulder, bring the back of the head back, left ear to left shoulder, and then chin to chest. And we'll just take a full circle in the opposite direction. Left ear to left shoulder, crown of the head back, right ear to right shoulder, and your chin to your chest. Beautiful. So now our neck's a little bit warmed up. We're going to roll over the shins and come into our tabletop position with the wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips with the tops of the feet flat behind you. As we inhale, we're going to open up through cow pose. As we lift the crown of the head up, press and expand your chest, your heart forwards as the belly drops down and the tailbone reaches up. As we exhale, we round the spine. We do the opposite into cat pose as we lift the navel in towards the spine, bringing the chin towards the chest and the crown of the head down. And now keep flowing with your own breath, with your own pace, finding a natural rhythm, a quality to the inhale, the exhale. Remember that as we take our moon practices, it can be really nice to connect more deeply to that slightly more grounding energy. A slightly more calming and restorative energy, especially if you're taking this practice at night, before bed. Good. once you've finished your next exhalation, coming into cat pose, we're just going to find a neutral spine, coming into a long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And we're going to come into just a gentle spinal twist. So we're going to lift the right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, you're going to bring your right arm underneath your left and just come into a variation of thread the needle. And you can keep your left palm where it is, or you can bring it forwards to the front left side of your yoga mat. Or if you prefer more of a twisting sensation, you can bring the palm of the left hand back towards the inner right thigh. But just notice how it feels to breathe deeply in and out through the nose, into the ribs. Notice how it feels as you expand all of those tissues surrounding the lungs. And when you're ready, bring the palm of the left hand back down. Push through the left hand to reach the right arm up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, bring the right palm down. We'll do that on the other side. So inhale, lift up through the left fingertips. As we exhale, bring the left arm back underneath the right. As you bring the left ear, the left shoulder down towards the mat, turning your gaze over towards the left fingertips. Your right hand can stay where it is, or you can bring it forward to the front right side of your yoga mat, or maybe bring it back towards the inner left thigh. Stay connected to the breath. And then when you're ready, bringing the left palm underneath the shoulder, right palm under the shoulder, push through the right hand as you reach the left fingertips up. And then as we exhale, bring the left hand down underneath the left shoulder. And we're going to make our way into our downward facing dog. So bringing the palms of the hands forward a couple of inches, spread those fingers nice and wide as you tuck the toes under and lift those hips up and back towards the ceiling. Now, depending on how you're feeling today, you can focus on just pressing the chest back towards the thighs with a generous bend in the knees, or maybe begin to pedal out those heels, feeling a release through the muscles in the backs of the calves, heels, ankles, and feel that sense of grounding, stimulating the root chakra, that center of stability and safety in the body. And you may notice a gentle quality of a slight energizing practice as you feel your heart rate beginning to elevate. See, this is power building in the body. The power behind our motivation. But keep your breath smooth, your gaze soft. Okay, and then from our downward facing dog, we're going to look forwards to the front edge of our yoga mat, and then keeping that bend in the knees, we're going to slowly walk our way forwards to a ragdoll. Just releasing, bending generously through the knees as you take opposite hand to opposite elbow. Become familiar with the sense of grounding through the toes, through the heels. Once again, working and stimulating the lower three chakras, so creating a sense of stability, of foundations and grounding, becoming tuned into that divine feminine energy, and also building a little sense of motivation within the body, a little bit of power as we harness the energy of the Taurus. Just holding here. Releasing the elbows, keeping the bend in the knees, we're going to slowly roll up the spine. And straight away, we're going to utilize that energy into some classic sun salutations. So find mountain pose. And then when you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, fold, hinging forward from the hips. Chin to shin as we release. Inhale, halfway lift. As we exhale, we're going to step the right foot back between 3 to 5 feet as you drop the right knee down. On your inhale, sweep the arms up, sink low into the pelvis, feel that release through the front of the right thigh. And then as you exhale, plant the hands down. Inhale, tuck the right toes under as you step the left foot back. And then as we exhale, you can either lower knees, chest, chin, or come halfway down into low plank. As you inhale, either baby cobra or option for upward facing dog as the tops of the feet press into the yoga mat. And then as you exhale, press yourself back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, we're going to step the right foot, same foot through to the space between the hands. As you exhale, drop that left knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Feel the release now through the front of the left thigh. As you exhale, plant the hands down. Inhale, pick up that left knee, step the left foot forward to meet the right halfway lift. And then as you exhale, belly to thighs as we fold. Inhale, root to rise, ground through the feet as we reach all the way up through the tips of the fingers. And as we exhale, find mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. As we exhale, we fold, hinging from the hips. Inhale, rise into a halfway lift. And then as we exhale, this time step the left foot back between 3 to 5 feet as we drop that knee down. Inhale, rise up, keep the shoulders soft, your gaze as steady as still. As you exhale, plant the hands down, hopefully feeling a bit of heat building here. Inhale, pick up that left knee, step the right foot back. And then as we exhale, knees, chest, chin, or to low plank. Inhale, into your back bend, lift and expand through your heart tops of the feet, grounding. And as we exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Feel that calming energy, take a breath out. Balancing with the heat building. As we inhale, step the left foot through, same foot. Exhale, drop that right knee down. Inhale, rise up. As we exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, pick up that right knee, step the right foot forward, halfway lift. As we exhale, we fold, chin to shin. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, release the hands, take a breath in. Take a breath out. Stepping the feet so they're hip socket distance apart. We're going to come into our forward fold, really establishing that sensation of grounding. So we bring the hands to the waist, shoulders down, elbows back as we breathe in. As we exhale, hinge forward from the hips, bring the hands to the thighs, shins, or the tips of the fingers to the floor for Padangusthasana. Bringing the weight forward into the toes as we inhale, bring your chin, your chest forwards. As you exhale, releasing the crown of the head down towards the earth. See if you can find a little softening through the shoulders. Steady your breath. Become familiar with the sense of rooting through the toes. Inhale, we're going to rise into a flat back, a halfway lift. And then coming back through our transition, we're going to plant the hands. This time we're going to step both feet back as we lower down through plank, low plank. Inhale into your back bend. And exhale into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. As we inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up and back behind us. As we exhale, bend the right knee as you step the right foot through to the space between the hands. Inhale, we're going to rise up into a high lunge, sinking the hips low with the right knee over the right ankle. And then as we exhale, we're going to spin that left heel down as we open into Warrior Two. Turn your gaze towards the middle finger of the right hand. Good, just one last deep breath in. As we exhale, bring the right forearm to the right thigh as we reach the left arm alongside the left ear, reaching towards the front wall. You can stay there, or you can bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot, really reaching and pressing through the outside edge of that left foot. Breathing deep into the ribs. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, press through the right heel, come all the way back up, bring those right toes in. So both toes are now facing out 45 degrees as you bring the palms together at the heart center. Exhale, take a breath in. As you exhale, sink those hips down. So you want your knees and your ankles facing in the same direction. You can keep your palms together at the center of your heart, or you can bring your arms out so they're in kind of a cactus position with the palms facing out for goddess pose. And you can find stillness here, or sometimes I like to just gently rock from side to side, becoming familiar with the grounding sensation through the feet, the feminine energy through the body. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up, reach through the arms. As we exhale, bring the hands to the waist, hinge forward from the hips as you dip the toes in towards each other 10 degrees, bringing the hands to the floor for wide leg fold. As we inhale, we rise into a flat back. As we exhale, belly to thighs as we bring the crown of the head down towards the earth. Inhale, head up, look forwards. Exhale here. And then as we inhale, we turn the right toes once again to the front of the yoga mat as we transition into our pyramid. On your exhalation, chin to shin as we fold. Remember, you can always bring your hands to blocks here or take a more generous bend through that right knee. Really releasing deep into the hips, stimulating the sacral chakra, connecting a little bit deeper to the feminine energy in the body. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, rise to a flat back, a halfway lift, look forwards. As you exhale, bring the right knee over the right ankle, step the right foot back to meet the left, and then lower down. Inhale into your back bend. And then exhale into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Okay, fantastic. So we're going to come into those same poses on the other side. So inhale, we're going to step the left foot through to the space between the hands. Exhale for just a moment here. As we inhale, we're going to rise up into our crescent lunge, losing my balance here today, reaching the arms up overhead. A little engagement of that right glute to help release through the front of the right thigh. Feel that internal fire building, stimulating and motivating the body. On your next breath out, spin that right heel down as we open into Warrior 2. Turn your gaze towards the middle finger of the left hand. On your next exhale, we're going to come into side angle. So bring the left forearm to the left thigh as the right arm reaches alongside the right ear as you ground through the outside edge of that right foot. Stay there. Or bring the left hand to the outside of the left foot, reaching the arm across. As you inhale, press through the left heel, come all the way back up. Bring those left toes in so that both toes are facing out about 10 degrees. And then as we exhale, bring the thumbs towards the sternum. Once again, soften down into our goddess pose. If you'd like to stay in goddess pose, you can. Otherwise, bringing the hands to the thighs. We're just going to let that right shoulder dip forward as you look out over your left shoulder. So we're finding a nice little twist here. Feeling that stretch through the inner thighs. Inhale, we come to center. And then as we exhale, we twist, looking out over the opposite shoulder. Just gently pressing the hands to the thighs to stimulate opening up through the hips. Continue to breathe as deep as you can. Inhale, come through center, press through the heels, come all the way up, extend through the knees. Turn the toes to face in towards each other. And then as we exhale, we fold. Bring the hands to the floor, shoulder distance apart in line with the feet, and then take a breath in. Once again, look forward. As we exhale, crown of the head releases down. Inhale, halfway lift. As we exhale, turn the left toes now to the front of the yoga mat. Pick up that right heel as we move into our variation of pyramid. So taking an inhale, look forwards. As we exhale, chin to shin as we fold. Shoulders nice and soft. Inhale, halfway lift. As we exhale, on the exhale, bring the left knee over the left ankle. Step the left foot back as we lower down. Inhale into your baby cobra or upward facing dog. As we exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to drop to our knees or step or jump through to seated. And we're going to come into a gentle release through the hips, cow face pose. It wouldn't be a new moon in Taurus without a little bit of cow face pose. So we're going to start with one knee bent. So start with your right knee bent and bring it into kind of a half cross legs position. From here, you're going to draw your left knee in, and then you're going to place your left foot over the right thigh. So you can just stay with this using the crook of the right elbow to just draw that left knee in towards your chest. Or for full cow face, you're going to bring your left heel down and in line with the outside of the right sit bone. But just make sure this left sit bone doesn't peel up off the floor. So you're welcome to just stay here, working with the legs, the deeper hip release of cow face pose or half cow face pose. If you want to add the arms in as well. Otherwise, today, we're going to exhale to begin to release forwards to help enhance that slightly more passive quality, the grounding quality. And then when you're ready, just gently walking the hands back up. We're going to come into half Lord of the Fishes. So we're going to bring the sole of the left foot to the floor, that top foot to the floor. Use the crook of the right elbow around the left shin. As you bring your left hand to the outside of the left hip and just gently turn your gaze, looking out over your left shoulder. Ensuring that you feel, or you continue to feel grounding through that left sit bone. It doesn't begin to lift up. On your next breath in, we just gently walk ourselves back to center and we're going to release. So you can lean off to the right to extend the right leg long, hug the left knee in and release. Give your legs a little shake if you need to, and we're going to come into that on the opposite side. So now we're going to bend the left knee, come into that kind of half cross legs position, draw the right knee in as you bring the sole of the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. And you're welcome to just stay here, or for cow face, bring that. One side will usually feel difficult compared to the other. Bring that left heel back so that the knees are ultimately stacked in alignment. You want both sit bones to feel rooted, grounded. As you take a breath in, you're also welcome to add on the arms if you're familiar. Otherwise today, slightly more passive, we're going to exhale to fold. Bringing the chin towards the shin or towards the earth. And we're not looking to pull or tug ourselves down. Instead, we're listening intuitively to the body. Continue to breathe. As we inhale, we rise. We begin to walk the hands back up. We bring the sole of the right foot to the outside of the left thigh as you bring the crook of the left elbow around the right shin. Right hand to the outside of the right hip as we breathe in, nice tall spine. As we breathe out, we twist, beginning to look out over the right shoulder. And continuing to breathe. On your next breath in, gently turn to center. You can lean to the left to extend the left leg long, hug the right knee in and release. And we're going to make our way down onto our backs. So you can almost use this as a little massage stimulation slightly of the core muscles. So we just gently roll down. And we're going to come into reclined bound angle. So just drawing those heels in towards the sit bones, bring the soles of the feet together as the knees just gently draw open to the side. And you can rest your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your belly, or just release the arms alongside the body and the palms of the hands facing up. And just take this opportunity to let go of the control of your breathing, letting go of any force or any tensing through the muscles of the body. Becomes so heavy that it's almost like the body becomes lighter. It becomes almost unified with the space around it. And then this gives us the space to let go of all the external senses and instead to open up an opportunity to listen deeper to our intuition. So sometimes only when we find complete stillness of the mind does this give ourselves the opportunity to listen, to open up. If you have longer today, or if you plan on using this practice as a way of releasing before bed, I invite you to either please stay resting here in your Supta Baddha Konasana for another few rounds of breath, a little bit longer, or even take Shavasana with your legs extended. Otherwise, feel free to gently awaken into the body, starting with soft movements through the fingers, the toes. As we gently refamiliarize ourselves with our external senses, maybe using your hands to help bring your knees to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And then as softly and mindfully as you can, we're just going to roll to the right hand side or roll along the length of the spine to make our way through to seated. Bringing the palms of the hands together at the center of your heart. Today, as we transition into the new lunar cycle, I wish you all the best in your journey. And today, as you go forward, I wish you peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart. Namaste.